Good afternoon, this is your Solent journalism update at 1:30 on Thursday the 9th of February with me, Francesca Eden. The Disasters Emergency Committee has launched its fundraising campaign this morning in a bid to support victims of the Turkey and Syria earthquake. And across Southampton, the drive to collect vital aid is already underway. Our reporter Gonzalo Peixe has more on the story.
The Southampton community is coming together to collect aid and send support to the parts of Turkey and Syria devastated by the huge 7.8 magnitude earthquake on Monday. The quake, that registers 7.8 on the Richter scale, is the deadliest seismic event in more than a decade. Despite the fact this morning the death toll has risen to above 16,000, with many more still missing, Catherine Smallwood, the World Health Organization Senior Emergency Officer for Europe, said that numbers can grow up to 21,000, as casualties tend to increase in the week that followed the earthquake. And in Southampton, 9 firefighters arrived in the area last night as part of a 70-strong team there to search for survivors and help with the ongoing rescue efforts. The Ottoman Kitchen Turkish restaurant on the High Street is hosting a fundraising evening on February the 22nd, and for now, the restaurant is acting as a collecting point for aid. The owner, Niazi Kaya, is struggling to contact relatives in the region that were affected by the earthquake on Monday. Charities made an appeal saying aid is badly needed and time is running out for those who may still be trapped. And the community responded, as several places across town are joining the aid appeal. Southampton Football Club donated £10,000 last night. The Muslim community of Southampton will be collecting funds from worshippers at weekly prayers, and children and staff at St. Mary's Primary School will also be raising cash with an International Clothes Day event. The Woolston Learning Centre has been collecting so many donations and cash that they cannot take more physical donations at the moment after such a strong community response.
Thank you to Gonzalo Peixe for covering that story. Southampton Central Station is to be given a £5.5 million revamp. The work is set to bring improved waiting areas, including a new cruise passenger waiting lounge with real-time travel updates. The improvements form part of Southampton City Council's Transforming City Fund scheme, which focus on improving the local environment. OpenSight, a Hampshire charity, has buried a time capsule to celebrate 100 years of providing services to the blind and those at risk of sight loss. The capsule contains photographs and headlines of their biggest achievements and won't be opened again until 2122. Doris Fitful, a former volunteer who celebrated her 100th birthday in 2022, joined them on the day to help bury the capsule. It's currently LGBTQ+ History Month, and our reporter Daniel Tyson has spoken to local coordinator Nicholas Aslett about the only LGBT-friendly church in Hampshire.
The Open Table Network is a charity that has existed for over 8 years now, that set out to provide inclusive spaces in religious settings for LGBTQIA Christians to sort of find a safe place to meet and to express themselves. I came from a place of facing a lot of prejudice from the wider church, from secular churches. Having left that church, I saw the need for a safe space for LGBT+ Christians to meet. What led to joining and really starting the church with my team. So for the most part, we look like an ordinary church. You will see a few prayers, lighting of candles, breaking of bread, sharing of wine. However, you might also see a pride flag inside of the church. You know, your prayers might be led by a transgender lady who had something on her heart that week. So it's quite revolutionary in that it does not look like an ordinary church.
Nicholas Aslett ending that report there. To find out more about their service this Sunday, please go and visit our website. Over to sport now. The Six Nations Championship is well underway, and joining me live in the studio is our sports correspondent, Charles Rhodes.
Hello, Francesca.
Hi, Charles. How does it look for England after that last match?
Well, on paper, it doesn't look that great. They sit fourth after the first game with 3 teams above them who are all on 5 points. So if you don't know that much about rugby, you might look at it and think they've done badly. But losing the first game doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to end up doing well at the end of the championship.
So how do you think they're going to do in the rest of the tournament going forwards?
Well, I think Saturday's kind of going to be the key to where they're going to finish, because they're playing Italy, who are joint with them on 1 point at the moment. And if results go their way and they win and some other teams lose, they could end up in second. So it's not the worst how they've started, and it could be a lot better for them after Saturday.
Thank you to Charles Rhodes for coming into the studio. And it's another big game for Southampton Football Club on Saturday as they battle relegation. The Saints play fellow strugglers Wolves at St Mary's. A win could lift Saints off the bottom of the table. That's all from us for now. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with another update.